literally about to apologize for the sake of the rain that you could probably hear, but it literally just stopped raining as I pressed record, so like thank you Jesus for that. Hi guys, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. So I haven't filmed a YouTube video in a while. I just haven't really been, I don't know, inspired to film, I guess, and not really just in that kind of creative sort of mood or mindset. But since we are now like trapped in our houses, I'm kind of in the mood, so I thought to get back into it I'd do a little Q&A. So I asked people on my Instagram to leave me some questions in my like story with the question box, and people did, so now I'm going to answer them. But as always, if you are not following me on Twitter or Instagram, these are the best places to find out what I'm doing, or the lack of things that I am now doing since we are trapped in the house. But yeah, they're the best places to find me and keep up to date with what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's get into these questions. I'm sick of my phone telling me I need to back up to iCloud. Like, no, I don't trust it. Leave me alone. Okay. See what I've got. Since this video is semi-inspired by the fact that we are in quarantine, let's start off with a question about the quarantine. It's, have you found an upside to quarantine? Because I haven't yet. Yes, the upside to quarantine is the fact that we no longer have to wear pants. Apart from yesterday, for the past 13 days, I hadn't put a single pair of pants on. So, like, I feel like that's a bigger plus as anything to be stuck inside, the fact that we haven't had to wear pants, and I haven't, and I'm probably not going to now for the rest of the time that I'm locked in the house, so no pants. Next question, what kind of music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of like rock and metal, punk, that kind of like vibe of things, bands like Metallica, I like Led Zeppelin, I like Black Sabbath, A Day to Remember, Kiss, Sex Pistols, anything within that general kind of vibe or theme. That's kind of mostly what I listen to. I do listen to a lot of like musical theatre soundtracks as well, so there's also a bunch of those that I like to listen to, but it's mostly like the metal, rock, punk kind of side of things. What are you doing about cosplay now that the world's on lockdown? Not a lot, to be honest. I was actually getting ready for a while there to start making a bunch of things and like buying a bunch of things to make said cosplays. I bought patterns, I started buying like bits and pieces to put together, but then the world kind of stopped and I wasn't able to like gather everything that I needed to start, so I can't even really start making cosplays to wear once we can. So honestly, not a lot. Kind of upset about it, to be honest, because I was really excited to start making some of these, and I was kind of, I don't know, out of my cosplay rut, and then everything just stopped. So now I'm kind of back in the cosplay rut, and hopefully the world can kind of, I don't know, get better soon and we can start doing things again. But yeah, there's not a lot that I can do. There's not even a lot of cons that are now happening. A lot of them have been cancelled. So there's not even like cons to go to once we really get out of this for a while. So yeah, not a lot on the cosplay side of things for me at the moment. What's your favorite makeup palette you own and most expensive? My favorite palette is probably my Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette. I'll actually grab it. So yeah, my Shane and Jeffree Conspiracy palette, probably definitely my favorite palette I own. I love the packaging and everything of it. I love the color story on the inside, like everything about it. I really love. I love Shane, I love Jeffree. I've been following them both for years now, and I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so I'm very into the fact that it's a conspiracy palette. But that's probably my favorite palette that I own. And what's the most expensive palette I own? That would probably be the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette that was recently released. Yeah, this one cost me $90, so probably, yeah, most expensive palette I own is Bloodlust. Now that you're up to it, what's your thoughts on Negan? So if you don't follow my Instagram, you might not know that I have recently been watching The Walking Dead. I stopped watching it around season 6 because I was getting it off of a website that wasn't the best, and the government really cracked down on people that were getting things from said website, so I had to stop watching it. But I've been watching it again recently from the start, and I've got 2 episodes left of season 8 at this point. I was so excited to see Negan. I saw little bits of him on like Twitter when his character first got introduced, just happened to be on Twitter, and like, you know, things about him were coming up, and I was like, he seems pretty cool, can't wait to see him. The way he entered this series, oh, I've never loved hate someone in my life. His episode where he comes in, I cried my eyes out like hysterically, but I love him. He's probably like my favorite character now. If you don't know me like personally or hear me rant about it, I am a sucker for a bad guy. It's honestly probably kind of concerning how much I love a bad guy, but I love Negan. I love him so much. Oh my god. No, he's great. He's fantastic. I've yet to have a villain that I've ever hated, so challenge to anybody out there in the film and TV industries, make me a villain that I hate. Probably can't be done, but we'll see. But no, I love Negan, and I'm very excited to see what happens with his character. I hope they don't kill him off. Please no spoilers if you see it or no, but I'm hoping he doesn't die, because why the hell would they kill him? He's just so good. What are your thoughts on the dates of AvCon? Does it ruin your plans? Now what? So if you don't live in Adelaide or aren't familiar with cons that we get in South Australia, AvCon is our anime and video game con that we normally have in July. And because of everything, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that word. I'm probably gonna bleep it out because YouTube gets mad if you mention things like that. So because of the certain thing that's happening right now, the dates got cancelled, which is completely like understandable, like no ill will towards them for doing that, like I get it. But they just recently announced that it's now going to be held in January. But that's not just the like catch-up con for this year, that's all future AvCons will now be held in January. Like the 1st or 2nd week of January to be specific. Now I don't particularly like that because I like to take like the time over Christmas and New Year's to not work on cosplay and to not focus on it. So like December and January are kind of like my times off where I don't have to think about any of that. So I don't like it in that sense that I feel like we're not really going to get much of a break now. I mean, it opens up for more interstate travel in the like middle of the year, I guess, but I don't know, I don't really like it. Like I feel like I'm not gonna have any downtime, and also like the start of January is so hot, so we're gonna have like a con on a 40-degree day, and I'm not liking the sound of that at all because I was also going to do Harley for AvCon, which I was still planning to do even like, you know, when the con restarted up, whenever that would have been. But now I'm gonna have to wear liquid leather to a con in January in 40-degree heat. No. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but like there's probably not much I can do. I'm assuming they had their reasons for making it then, but I mean, I'll probably go anyway. But I'm not the biggest fan on those dates that they chose. Where would you most like to visit in the world? I'd love to go to America, particularly LA and New York, and probably also Florida just for like Disney as well. Where else? I'd love to go to Sweden because we know my love is for Sweden, especially when it comes to Eurovision, so probably Sweden. I'd probably also love to do like Italy and like Greece, Paris, all of that. All of the European countries that I don't know are in Europe. Yeah, but probably most highly on my list would be America. If you could change anything about The Walking Dead, what would it be? I feel like this is a question that's kind of led me to say bringing a character back that's died. But as much as I've hated some of the character deaths that they've been, I get why they've been killed, and I wouldn't bring them back because I don't feel like they'd work into the plot line now necessarily. But if I could do anything to the show, I would kill off Carol. I don't like her at all. My hatred for Carol is so real. I'd get rid of Carol. Like there was one point, I think it was season 8, season 7, season 8, one of the seasons that I just watched. She was so close to leaving, but they brought her back, and I was like, stop. But yeah, I'd kill off Carol. No offense to the actress that plays her, but I can't stand Carol, so she'd be vetoed. We'd get rid of her. How many tattoos do you have, and what are they? Are you getting more? I currently have 5 tattoos. They are of a bunch of different things. I have this one on my arm, and I'll put up better photos because, like I mentioned, haven't been wearing pants for a while, and today is no exception. So I'm not standing up to show you my leg, so I'll put some photos up. But I have a planchette on my arm here. The planchette's what you use to scroll around a Ouija board on, and I'm totally into all that stuff, so I got a planchette. I also have a tattoo up here from the movie Labyrinth, which is a song from it and a lyric by David Bowie, who I love. It says, I moved the stars for no one. I have a piece on my leg. And that is a piece from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's basically just a skull with the Las Vegas hat and the fly swatters behind it, with a bunch of like smoke coming out of a cigarette with some bats around it. If you've seen the movie, read the book, or are familiar with Hunter S. Thompson, you'd probably get it. But I love that movie, so I got a piece from it. I also have You Shine tattooed on the side of my arm here. This was a friendship tattoo that I got with my friend Clara. They're not matching, but they are like from a similar song lyric and TV show that we won't speak about now. But I got You Shine written here. And I also have a red moon here. I got because one of my favorite drag queens is Trixie Mattel, who is also a musician, and she has a song called Red Side of the Moon, which is probably my favorite song from her. So I got a little red moon. And as far as getting more, yes, I have plans to get a lot more actually. I'd like to get some now, but I can't because we're locked in. So as soon as tattoo shops start opening, I'd like to go get more. I'd like to properly start this sleeve up. I want to get some little horror tattoos. There's a bunch of little other pieces I'd like to get done. I'd maybe like continue on with my leg piece somehow, mix some things into that. But yes, I do have plans to get many more tattoos. Top 5 favorite movies. Okay, in order of number 1. I'd say number 1 is The Wizard of Oz. I've loved it ever since I was a child. It's just, I don't know, just something about it. Like, I grew up watching like colored TV and movies, and you know, I had access to colored things. So it's not even that kind of like shock factor from when it went into color, but me seeing that, it's just always made me really happy, and just, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. It's just always felt really magical, I guess. But yeah, that's definitely number 1 favorite movie, Wizard of Oz. Number 2 would be Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm a huge horror movie fan. This was the first horror movie I ever watched, and I loved it. Definitely one of my favorites that I could go back and just always watch. Met Robert Englund as well, and he is the sweetest dude on the planet. He made me cry. So Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 2 would be Scream. Again, horror movies, love them. Just, it's one of those movies that I could, again, just always watch. I've watched it so many times, it's ridiculous. Even though I know, you know, the plot twist, and I know the killer, etc, just even every time I see it get revealed, it's just like and if you know me, then you know why. But yeah, definitely Scream. Number 4 would be Labyrinth. I, again, loved that movie ever since I was a child. I had a tattoo from it. I absolutely love David Bowie. So just, I love that movie. Number 5 would be Edward Scissorhands. It's my favorite Johnny Depp movie. It's my favorite Tim Burton movie. Just, I don't know, I just feel like, again, kind of like Wizard of Oz is just, it's kind of magical to me in a weird way. That sun's flaring. I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of is. Yeah, it's one of those movies I could always watch. It makes me cry, makes me laugh, it makes me feel happy, makes me feel giddy. Just, I don't know, it's a really good movie. So probably those are 5. What's your most reach for makeup palette? That's probably my Morphe X James Charles palette, which is filthy with fingerprints. Ew. It literally just has like everything that I need ever. It has every single color. Like, it's just the best go-to palette I can have, because no matter what kind of look I'm doing, everything I need is here. It's the one that I travel with when I travel for cosplays, because again, it has everything that I need without having to bring 20,000 different palettes. So probably my James and Morphe palette is very oh my god, Sean! Is Venom oh my god, is I can't even say this question. Oh, okay. Is Venom Jesus, okay. Is Venom is Venom really just a is Venom really just a story of a himbo sub and his Is Venom really just a story of a himbo sub and his military? Oh my god. I can't do this. Oh. Okay. My god. We'll try again. It's been like 2 minutes and I can't say this question without laughing. Whew. Is Venom really just the story of a himbo sub and his military thought ink blob dom? I mean, like, yeah. Yeah. 100%. That's exactly what Venom is about. Yeah. Oh, Sean, I hate you. If you could only watch one show while in quarantine, which would you choose? Like I mentioned, I've been watching The Walking Dead, so that's kind of what I've been watching. But if I had to kind of pick out of any show, it's easily a three-way tie between Law & Order SVU, that 70s show, and Gossip Girl. They're just 3 shows that I've seen a billion times and can just randomly put on like an episode in a season and just like watch. I can binge watch them over and over and over again. Will you ever redo wrestling makeup tutorials? I don't think so at this point. I know that's what I started doing on YouTube. I would do wrestling tutorials inspired by like what the, well, at the time divas would have their makeup on, and then I started incorporating like how I'd imagine like male wrestlers makeup to be based on like ring gear and kind of attitude and style and stuff. It was like fun to do. I love doing it. I probably still love doing it, but the thing is I just don't watch wrestling anymore, so I feel very, very out of the loop. And I don't know, it'd feel weird to me to continue on doing something that I don't really watch or participate in, if that makes sense. So I feel like it'd be weird for me to keep doing makeup inspired by something that I don't really enjoy that much anymore. Maybe one day, we'll see, but at the moment, no, I don't think so. Sorry. Tell us the truth, have you had your lips done? No. I overlined my lips to the extreme. It's literally just lip liner and lipstick. I'd wash this off now and I have 0 lips on my face at all. I have, my lips are non-existent. This is all just lip liner and lipstick. If I ever did get them done, trust me, I would announce it to the world. I'm not someone that would get things done and then like deny it, because I don't see any point in that. Like, I don't know, I think that's kind of stupid to get things done and then be like, no, I haven't. But no, I haven't. I'm actually looking into it, so trust me, when I do, I'll be screaming it from the like rooftops. But no, this is just lip liner and lipstick. If you had an infinite cosplay budget, talent and time, what would you make? This would be one of 2 things, or hell, one of both. I've got an infinite budget. I'm making both of these things. My dream cosplays Sarah's ball gown from Labyrinth, and also Glinda's dress from Wizard of Oz. I've mentioned before that these are like my dream cosplays to do, but they're both giant gowns. They look so intricate, and my brain, when it comes to cosplay, it has to be screen accurate or I won't wear it. at all. I don't know why. It's a burden to have my mind like that, but that's how it works. So my cosplays have to be as screen accurate as I can get them to be, or yeah, I won't wear them. There seems like there's so much to these two dresses. I don't even know where I would begin, so I haven't done them. But you know, if I've, you know, got all the budget in the world and all the talent and all the time, well, then I'd probably be making one of those, if not both. So that is all for these questions I think I'm going to do. There were a couple more, but there's also a lot of creepy guys in my questions and DMs on Instagram, so we're not going further anymore. But thank you to everyone that did drop by and ask me a question. I like doing stuff like this, so I'll probably maybe do some more. I do questions fairly regularly on Instagram, but maybe I'll film them more, because I actually think this is the first time I've ever filmed a Q&A on YouTube, so yeah, let me know if you like it. We can do some more. Pry into my life some more with these questions. Why not? But yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope it takes your mind off of some things that are happening in the world and you've learned a little bit more about me. So if you did like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Feel free to leave any comments, requests, questions down in the comment section below. If you'd like to follow me or contact me on any social media, links to do so are always down in the description. Again, my Twitter and Instagram are the best places to find me, so chuck me a follow there and see what I'm up to. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!